Hi Capricorn, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of August 2021. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to take this moment to remind you, as always, to go ahead and like the video. Do leave me a comment down below about your situation, how this reading resonates, or some emojis if you so choose. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And when meditating on your energy overall for the reading, of course, in regards to the subject of money and career, the message that came through is super stressed but no longer caring. Super stressed but no longer caring. And so with that said and done, we're going to pull a simple 6-card spread from the Light Seer's Tarot deck. And as I do the initial shuffling, do keep in mind general monthly money career read for the sign of Capricorn. Whatever placements it ends up being for you within your chart all apply. But if you're here to hear about a Capricorn, of course, you're more than welcome to join and be a little bit nosy. But due to it being general, do take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. And don't forget to check out the other placements within your chart for more messages. But as well, on another note, I'm accepting requests at this time for personal readings. All you have to do is head down to the description box below where you'll see the options, pricing, and my email. Just reach on out and I'll get that started for you. All right, so with that said and done, that was a mouthful. What do we have for our lovely Capricorns? Thank you, Spirit, for their money and career for August 2021. We have 1 so far. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Capricorn? Money and career. Thank you, Spirit. Up to 2. They're coming one by one. Thank you, Spirit. Is it just feeling like things aren't coming to be, or it just feels like your work isn't easily accomplished? It's like you get everything done in the end, but it just doesn't feel like everything's happening as smoothly or as quickly as you'd like it to. All right, we have a 3rd one. What else do we have for Capricorn for their money and career for August, second half of the month for our lovely Capricorns? Okay. And we're going to keep shuffling for the last and final one, given 2 just flew on out. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Okay, so we're going with those. We're beginning the spread. I'm not feeling rushed at all. I just feel like things are going to happen when they're meant to, even though, again, there's a level of dissatisfaction with how things are, the pace of things, right? Or how easily things are coming to be. So 10 of Pentacles in reverse. You begin the month of August, and again, it's just not happening easily. You feeling a lack of abundance or a lack of completion and fulfillment within your career. Going back to the overall message, feeling super stressed but no longer caring. And it's like the difference in the month of August as a whole is you sort of coming off more like it is what it is. You know, I'm kind of a similar feeling to Virgo's reading, where you're not as overly all over the place, I want to say, or overly stressed once again. It's you sort of, you're still stressed within, but you're not coming off that way. Does that make sense? You feeling as if your job is just super unfulfilling, feeling like this void within when you work, or at times feeling like you're just simply not paid enough. And for a lot of you Capricorns, feeling as if you're longing for a new job or a job in general, and it's just this kind of, ugh, why can't things just work out a little bit quicker or a little bit easier in my favor? And Spirit's saying they will, but you need to kind of keep it positive, keep it optimistic, and remember that everything happens when it's meant to and how it's meant to, for the good and for the bad. There's always something to learn and a level of growth to be, you know, to take place for you. And you might feel at times your mind just slows down, and it's purposeful. It's to kind of help you stay, to minimize the level of stress and to kind of maintain that level of you sort of putting your hands up and just being like, sort of a moment for you to kind of catch your breath, to breathe, but you just feeling like, ugh, I just kind of don't care anymore. right? And you kind of need to, when that happens, because it's going to happen multiple times throughout the month of August, snap out of it. Force yourself to do so. Our guides in the universe will do all they can to sort of push you to get out of that bit of a mental funk, if you will. But it's up to you to sort of take the initiative and be like, I can do better than how I'm handling this mentally, right? It's up to me to actually care, because it's my money, it's my career, it's my financial situation. It's important to me, even if at times I come off or pretend I don't actually care. Okay, and we're moving on to the star. And you make your way to the middle of the first half of the month, and this level of healing is taking place. Reminders come through from Spirit and the universe that you're a star in the making, that you've been through a lot of ups and downs within your career, within your finances, and they commend you, right? But again, it's up to you to sort of implement more self-care and to work on some of those negative habits, personal habits, in order to feel better about your situation, in order to manifest all that you desire moving forward. Feeling as if a lot of you are very connected spiritually at this point, seeing orbs, or just kind of spending a lot of time at night thinking about your work or putting in extra effort. And so it's like, to put in extra effort and hours, when you are trying to tell yourself you don't care, the two really don't match up, do they? So just remember as you go through the month that you do truly care, and at the end of the day, things are going to work out for the best, for the better of your situation. At times feeling like certain endings, certain difficulties, they're either a push in the right direction, which you weren't heading on or heading towards, or just kind of looking at certain situations and difficulties, obstacles, as a blessing in disguise, right? And remember how powerful your mind is, how important your view on things is. Four of Wands. As you make your way to wrap up the first half of the month, you're pushed by Spirit and the universe. I was just hearing a level of celebration takes place to celebrate all that you've overcome, all that you've accomplished up until this point, needing you to sort of realize that you are stronger than you give yourself credit for, right? At times feeling like there's too much on your plate, whether it's stress, pressure, people depending on you, whether it's in the work environment or not. And you just allowing yourself to implement more self-care once again, and a new level of balance. And I'm seeing someone just kind of swaying in the wind, you just kind of doing your best to go with the flow and feeling it's a new approach for you. The Four of Pentacles flew out with some of the excess cards at the end when I had finished shuffling, and I was told not to go with them, but that one stood out to me. And so you just kind of thinking and sort of mulling over the thought of you in the past kind of wanting to control your finances, your situation too much, and now kind of celebrating the fact that you're releasing that grip a bit, right? And at times it comes off as if you're not really caring as much, but you're really stressed within because you do. And at the end of the day, it's you celebrating that you're still growing, you're still changing as an individual and improving your situation for the better. And so to allow yourself to celebrate all of which as you make your way to wrap up the first half of the month. And I'm hearing it'll get easier. It will get easier as you do your best to relight that passion, that flame within, if that makes sense, as I'm drawn to this fire right here. Feeling like at times, again, that passion for what you do or what's ahead, your goals just kind of goes out, and it's up to you to relight that flame and be like, I got this. I have a lot ahead for me. I'm one successful individual, regardless of how people view it or society would view where I'm at this point. It's my own individual journey, and I'm going to make this happen. We're moving on to the fourth card, where we have the Devil. And so you make your way to begin the second half of the month, and you're overthinking. Feeling as if some of you are wrapped up in a toxic environment with some toxic energies, or at least you view it that way. Stay focused on you, stay focused on your goals, stay focused on the work at hand. A lot of you feeling like there's a lot of distractions in your work environment, or even, in your home life when you're trying to, some of you work at home, feeling as if you could just easily get drifted away or pulled away from the work you're trying to accomplish in one way, shape, or form. So it could, feeling like you're pulled away mentally at times due to your own habits, but also due to other people, energy, situations, feeling like there's just a lot going on in your life. At times feeling like a bit of a whirlwind, and you're just like, This is a lot. This is a lot. And so Spirit's saying, do what you can to balance yourself out once again. Stay grounded, stay centered, and to do one thing at a time, I feel the need to say as well. For a lot of you, feel the need to overwork for one reason or another, and therefore just trying to accomplish way too much at one time. Multitasking can be good at times, but it feels quite unnecessary at this point in the month. As you sort of make your way through this first chunk of the second half, your over multitasking is going to stress you out to the max, and it's just going to push you over the edge. So one thing at a time. And being aligned with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, again, it's when you sort of overwork yourself or feel like it's just too much happening in your life in general, not just in the two categories we're speaking upon. You find this lack of sort of completion, this lack of fulfillment and motivation within you. And so you needing to kind of remember that things will improve, things will change, but you need to stay focused on the goals at hand, stay focused on where you want to go in a non-stressful kind of way, and to remember that you, again, have a lot of success on the horizon for you in several different forms. And we're moving on to the Magician. As you make your way to the middle of the second half of the month, there's a true focus on your mindset, on your thoughts. I feel like a lot of you will find that you think something and boom, you manifest it. And it's just like, whoa, wait, did I just do that? And it's the Spirit saying, do you see how important it is to stay positive, to stay optimistic, to focus on what you can accomplish instead of what you haven't? Feeling as if at times, without realizing it in the past, you'll start to kind of connect the pieces and be like, oh, I kind of affected that in a negative way at times, but then I affected this in a positive way, and being like, my mind is truly powerful. And so allowing yourself to remember or be reminding by Spirit and Universe at times through infinity symbols or other small synchronicities or signs that the possibilities are endless at this time. You can literally accomplish whatever you desire to within your career, within your finances, but it's up to you to kind of stay focused mentally in a positive and optimistic way once again, and to remember that the sky's the limit, right? It's time for you to reach and exceed your potential instead of settling to a certain extent. And being aligned with the Star card, it's a reminder that certain thoughts that pop up are a reminder that you're still healing once again, and that nobody's perfect and nobody should expect you to. But for some of you Capricorns, it feels like in your work environment or certain energies in your life expect you to be a level of perfection or to accomplish more than you sort of can at this point, and for one reason or another. And so it's like, all right, people can take a step back and let Capricorn breathe, let them accomplish what they need to, kind of realign their thoughts in the way they should at this time, and again to focus on one thing at a time as you stay positive, optimistic, and manifest what you desire, a level of success and financial comfort as you move forward. And we're moving on to the Three of Swords. I'm hearing wrap yourself up with nature as I'm drawn to whatever you want to call these in the back. Weeds of some sort, grass, feeling as if, remembering that you're an earth sign, that nature's going to do a lot of justice for you at this time as you strive for your own level of justice, feeling like it'll ground you, make you feel more stable and at ease. It's hard to really stress and have anxiety when you're focusing fully on nature. Spirit saying absolutely true. Three of Swords to wrap up the month and spread as you feel a bit emotional, feel a little bit torn between certain options within your career, within your finances, or certain people are making you feel a bit pressured once again to do this or that quicker or faster, or you're just feeling like that's the energy in the air. And at times you kind of add to that, so you need to take a step back, breathe, meditate, and just ground yourself once again. Go on a walk in the midst of your workday, or find a way to sort of break things up and look at things moment by moment or day by day rather than sort of chunk by chunk. You feeling like at times you sort of look at the big picture too much, the goals you want to complete. And wrapping up the month, these emotions that come to the surface, that come to be, are to teach you something, to teach you, you kind of being pushed by Spirit and the Universe to ask yourself why you desire a certain level of success, or why you feel a certain kind of way at times within your career situation or within your finances. And being aligned with the Four of Wands, allowing yourself to again celebrate, especially at the end of the month when you're feeling a bit emotional. It'll uplift you, it'll make you feel a little bit better. treating yourself here and there to feel good about all that you've achieved and overcome, given again, it hasn't been an easy ride, has it? But your path isn't meant to be simplistic. It's meant to be exciting, sort of kind of all over the place. And it's you needing to embrace that. At times, again, being drawn back to the overall message, you feeling super stressed but no longer caring, but being pushed to care and release that stress. All right, Capricorn. So with that said and done, I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Wishing you nothing but the best at this time, sending you love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Capricorn.